this should hardly be news by now. But at 12:02 Pacific Time, on the 11th of August 2014, Robin Williams was pronounced dead. For those of you who have only just discovered real life, Robin Williams was an actor and comedian, as well as a producer and screenwriter. For many people in my generation, he was a man whom we all grew up watching. For me personally, I have fond childhood memories of laughing at his voice portrayal as a genie in Aladdin even before I knew who Robin Williams was, of being tickled by his eccentric performance as the Mad Professor in Flubber, being startled when, whilst watching Jumanji, a very hairy Robin Williams jumps up onto the screen, screaming. Even though it would be many years before I had a chance to watch it in its entirety, his role in Mrs. Doubtfire would be one which only he would ever be able to do. My personal favourite is frankly his magical and unique portrayal as the aged Peter Pan in Hook. I'm a massive fan of the Peter Pan mythos, and I've seen many of the sequels to the original story, but Hook will always be my favourite, and a lot of that has to do with Robin Williams' portrayal. Many younger people will also recognise Robin Williams, even if they didn't have a chance to grow up with him. He plays a wise Theodore Roosevelt in Night at the Museum, and voices the hilarious Raymond and Lovelace in Happy Feet. I've always been a sucker for improv comedians, and Robin Williams is no exception. There are a few lines that he delivers which are not delivered expertly. He was a comedic genius that will always be hard to ever come close to. There are hundreds of accounts of Robin Williams just being an awesome human being, and I'm not going to recount any of them because they're not my stories, but they shouldn't be hard to find with a simple Google search. At some point during this week, I'm going to rewatch Flubber, Jumanji, and of course Hook, because I need to remind myself of the joy of watching my childhood. I'm going to write blogs about these rewatches, and they'll be on my blogspot at blogspot.com/SquishiVision. I'm going to end this video by reading my favourite quote from Robin Williams, which is arguably my second favourite quote of all time. A bit selfishly, it has very little to do with his actual death, but it speaks a lot to my life. I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone.